Grapple fall cancel is a way to survive much higher drop than normally possible. A grapple fall cancel is simply grappling right before you hit the ground and then rolling. Keep in mind, a grapple fall cancel is stronger the higher your grapple was. Stop doing grapple dash like this. Instead, start a dash and right before you grapple, after boost, and then wall run. The reason you want to do this is because after boosting midair gives you a 1.15 times speed boost. This might not seem like much, but the more you do it, the more it starts to add up. And it's especially good with the after boost grapple dash. When your wall run reaches the end of a building, there's a split second where you're wall running mid-air. With this, you can either cut the corner and start a wall run on the next wall, or you can diagonally jump out of the wall run. There's a feature in the game where if you're sliding fast enough and get to an edge, instead of automatically drop downing, you just slide off. This is called a redirect cancel. The reason this is so good is because when you do this, you get a really big speed boost, much bigger than an after boost. You can also combine this with an after boost to get an even crazier speed boost. Use something called a gravity dash, which is a wall kick immediately followed up by a wall run. Gravity dash is stronger the longer you fall. This is because wall kick is stronger the faster you are. You also have less wall run drop off. There's also an even stronger variant named Double Death Dog Dash. Yes, that's in fact the name. This is simply a grapple dash, but instead of just wall running, you do a gravity dash, which has the same effects as the gravity dash, but stronger. You can easily grapple dash while looking forwards to a wall. You just have to quickly line yourself up perpendicular to the wall. You also have to ensure that you wall run as soon as you can, because if you don't, you'll lose all your speed. You can also do this while going fast, but it's a bit more difficult. To immediately get speed the second you start walking, you can do something I like to call a scoop. To do this, you have to start a dash, grapple, and right before the grapple pulls you, you want to slide and jump. And then after you jump, you want to after boost. And you can keep chaining this by doing V hops or even adding more scoops. Drop down is really slow. So instead, what you want to do is you want to slide right before you fall off an edge. This will give you a mini redirect cancel, which is much faster than a normal drop down. Most grass in this game is actually a bit elevated, so you can actually start a chain on it. To do this, you first start a dash, then you look away from the grass, and right before you get to the grass, you after boost, and then double tap space. You can also do this while jumping out of a slide. You can do a long jump on literal flat ground by doing something called a coil launch. To do this, you first start a dash, then do a light jump, immediately followed up by a coil, and then right before you hit the ground, you after boost and double tap space. It's pretty hard to do this consistently. You can do a weird F-shape variation that looks like this. This is how the normal one looks for reference. To do this, instead of jumping and then grappling like you do in a normal F shift. What you want to do instead is while in the slide trim, you want to grapple first, and then when the grapple pulls you, you want to jump. To ride zip lines faster, you can do something I like to call a zip dash. A zip dash is simply grappling right before you attach to a zip line, which gives you a big speed boost. You can also add an after boost to make it even stronger. And lastly, after boost bumping. Before you do an after boost bump, you have to know how to do a double dash. To do a double dash, you simply dash, then jump, and then immediately, as fast as you can, dash again to get the both dashes at the same time. After you get this double dash down, with the two dashes at the same time, you want a wall boost, and then right before you jump, after boost, which will give you an after boost one. Bonus, stop swinging.